With us on the couch right now is Denise Duffield-Thomas. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
So from DeniseDT.com. So we're tonight going to be talking about money personalities and how they can really either accelerate or truly make the experience interesting. I think is the easiest way to put it. Interesting when you're renovating. So
Yes.
tell me a bit about money personalities, just so people understand them.
Okay, so in previous videos we've talked about money blocks, and there's definitely some universal money blocks that a lot of people have, so go check out that video if you haven't watched it. But what I discovered too, and I'm certified in a method to teach this, is that there are very distinct money personalities. And it's very interesting because if we just got to work by ourselves and we didn't have to work with other people,
Yep.
life would be lovely.
If everyone, are you saying, Denise, if everyone was like us, everything would be great?
No, if everyone just did what we told them to do, it would be great. But the truth is, in any project, and especially with Reno, you can't do it all yourself because that would be stupid.
And by law, you can't.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
But especially, I know a lot of renovators who are husband and wife teams.
Correct.
Yes, which is interesting because I work with my husband and I know it is both a blessing and a curse.
And we've renovated with your husband.
Yes.
We love you, Mark.
Yes, we do. We promise. But also you have other people involved. You're not just doing it in a vacuum. So the truth is that everyone's money personality who comes into contact with your project really can affect everything.
Absolutely everything.
Yes. So I want to run you through, there's 8 different personality types and I'll be very quick on them. You can find out lots of information. I'll give you the quiz link later so you can find out yours. But you might already kind of go, that is me, or oh, that is my chippy, or that is my partner, or that is my mortgage broker who tells me I can't do it, or whatever it is. So just keep in mind as you're listening about what ones resonate with you, because the truth is our true personalities are your top 3.
Okay.
So you're a combination of 3 different personality types. So the first one is the accumulator. The nickname for the accumulator is the banker.
Oh.
So these are the people who are really good at the numbers, great at the spreadsheets, always stay on budget.
Okay.
That's not me, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's not. All right.
It's not. So that's the accumulator. The next one is the alchemist. So the alchemists are the ones who are very optimistic about things and often just wish that things would happen by magic. Yes.
Okay.
Right. So the ones who are like, it'll work out.
It'll be fine.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about the budget blowout.
Yeah,
Everything's going to roll.
I'll find the money.
It'll turn up.
But that's the thing, it does. For accumulators, the money and magic often does show up, and it can be really frustrating for people around them.
Okay.
But
For
they're
the
like,
alchemists?
no, for people around the alchemists,
Okay.
because the alchemists usually just pull it out of the bag, and people are like, how did you do that? And you're like, I just manifested it. And it always works out for the alchemist. They're the magical thinkers.
Okay.
The next ones are the connectors. So these are people who are brilliant at networking.
Right.
And I would say that you've got connector in your personality too, because you know everyone. You love connecting people.
I do like connecting people,
Yes.
absolutely.
And you're a brilliant networker. So you always know, this person's the right person for this person. So you need connectors in your team.
On your team, that's part of Dream Team.
Oh,
Having
absolutely.
a connector on your dream team can mean that your dream team comes together like that.
Yes. And the connectors are really good at knowing who is good and who is not good.
Absolutely. And they're usually quite open and honest about it.
Yes. So, I mean, this is why I think you've got that in you, because
I'm
you said,
blunt.
who are you using as a builder on your next project? And I sat and you went, don't work with that person.
I did do
Yes.
that.
And I was like, that is so invaluable to me. So that's why connectors are so valuable on any kind of
I may have
build.
been a little blunt, yes.
Yeah, which is good. The next one, I've got my notes here because I always forget all of them. The nurturers.
Okay.
Right, okay. So this shows up a lot in when I work with entrepreneurs.
Okay.
These are the people who just want to make sure everyone's okay. Not great with boundaries.
Are they the renovators? This is really interesting. They're the renovators that go, I know that he could be working a little quicker on that job, but he's really nice and I just love, and I'm okay if I have to pay him an extra 4 hours to do what should have only taken 2.
Yes.
Okay. They're not good for your budget.
They're not, but say, for example, you had a nurturer on your team. The nurturers are the over-givers, the over-deliverers, the people who always go the extra mile.
You know what? You want one of your tradies to be a nurturer.
Yes. Or you're a designer, or the lady who brings you your flowers for your home staging because she'll always put in extra ones for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's no good or bad personality types.
No.
You notice it's just making sure that everyone's in the right.
Everyone fits their
fit.
role.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next?
The next one is the maverick. So
She looked at me
I
then.
know, only because Maverick is my number 2.
Maverick's my number 2.
Yes, so Mavericks are the risk takers and the rebels. So the way that this shows up for me is that I often don't do my due diligence. I make very quick decisions on things because I don't like to go deep. I just go, yeah, that sounds good, and I do it. So I've bought properties that I shouldn't have bought.
Correct.
Yes.
And just because you're a maverick doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a maverick in property. For example, I'm excessive with my due diligence.
Okay.
But for some, in property.
Yes.
But for some things like, let's start a reno show, I'm a maverick.
That's fine.
And so it's
Again,
not always just in the one area, is
no.
it?
Well, this is a good thing. Mavericks are really quick at making decisions. So when Mark and I go and look at tiles, for example, we're not like going to look at 50,000 tiles. We're just going to be like, that one looks good. The way that we kind of temper that is that we get expert advice.
Absolutely.
So
That
then-
aren't mavericks.
Exactly. So then people go and do the research for us and they go, here are the 3 best tiles, and we go, that one.
Okay.
Because
That
we're
can
risk-
actually be an epic virtue on a renovation site.
Absolutely.
A huge virtue, because sometimes you can literally teeter between 2 or 3 decisions and it just doesn't let up.
as long as we're making the right decisions. So
Yeah.
as I've mentioned before, Mark and I have bought properties that we shouldn't have bought because we bought them too quickly.
Yep.
The other way that this has been really good for us, good or bad, is that we once wanted to buy a property that was way out of our price range. And I said to my financial advisors, give me 4 weeks, I'll go get the money and I'll bring it back. That is a total maverick thing to
It
do
is, isn't it?
because we set ourselves really high targets, but you've just got to watch yourself that you don't go into a risky kind of area.
Okay.
Which is very similar to the next one, is the ruler.
The ruler.
So this is actually my number 1. The rulers are the workaholics, the empire builders, the big vision people.
Okay.
So I often do this as well, where I will set a goal for myself to, say, pay off my mortgage in 2 years.
That is a big, hairy, audacious goal
Exactly.
in our country right now.
Especially since I'm a ruler maverick, right? So I'm very confident in going, you know what, I'll just work my butt off and I'll make it happen. The problem with the rulers is it's never enough. So you've got to really
then you
watch
set
yourself.
another one?
You set another one to
Okay.
do it quicker the next time.
Okay. And bigger.
Bigger. So you've got to watch yourself if you're a ruler, especially if you're a ruler maverick like me, that you don't set unrealistic goals for yourself and your team. And you don't go, you know what, we did that reno in 12 weeks, next time let's do it in 4.
And the
Yeah.
upside to the ruler, though, is if they have vision, they could be amazing in those initial stages of your renovation.
Yeah.
Where, you know, if, for example, you're not a ruler and you're maybe thinking really inside the box and you have someone come and go, oh no, let's put the kitchen on the other side. You know, they're not limited by all the things that you might be going, no, I can't do that, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Someone just goes, oh my God, the floor plan would be brilliant with the kitchen up there.
Yeah.
That's when a ruler would be amazing.
Totally. And rulers are real workaholics, right? So the rulers aren't going to go, you know what, I'm not going to work on the weekend. So again, you want some rulers on your team who
Absolutely.
don't mind working really hard. Rulers, though, you have to watch that you actually take time to go on holidays. So you don't put your projects back to back. You space out your projects. You're realistic about your time frames.
Okay.
So you don't burn yourself out, because that's probably one of the biggest challenges
Of a ruler.
Same
Okay.
with the nurturer, though, but nurture is in a different way. It's because they're overgiving so much.
Oversharing.
Whereas
Over-energy.
a ruler will just work themselves to death and it won't ever be
Well, then
enough.
we lose them from our team. So not cool.
Exactly. They've just got to be in the right spot, and you've got to set some boundaries around it for yourself if you're a ruler, especially if you've got a family as well. You know,
Totally.
you don't want to spend all your time renovating and not enjoying your life.
I couldn't
As
agree with
well.
you more.
Yes. So then the next archetype, which is a really fun one, is the celebrity.
Oh.
So these are
Tell
people...
me about that. How
Yeah.
can you be a celebrity money personality?
So the celebrities are often people who love to spend money.
Okay.
They love things very high end,
Okay.
very flashy, and can sometimes be a little bit just not wanting to know the details about money. So often, if you're in your unhealthy side of your celebrity, you can rack up a lot of credit card debt,
Okay.
for example. If you're in your healthy side of it, you have a beautiful discerning eye and you have the most exquisite taste. So you can see
Nice.
it is great having celebrities on your team when it comes to if you want to do a high-end reno, for example, because they just have that natural eye for things.
to
and they-
discern what's necessary.
Exactly, and they
Okay.
want to make things look beautiful. Which, you know, sometimes you're on a reno and people just want to do what's practical and it looks terrible.
That's when you've totally missed the mark.
Absolutely. So the celebrities are usually ones they know what's in fashion, they know what's on trend, they're probably reading the magazines, so they know exactly
And know how to deliver it.
Absolutely. So when you're in your healthy side of the celebrity, hopefully you can get that look, but without blowing your budget.
So imagine, because that's the 8, right?
No, there's one more.
One more.
It's the romantic. So romantic's my third one. Romantics love ease and flow. So they don't like to overcomplicate things because they're kind of a little bit lazy, which is me.
Well, that's only if it... I like the ease and flow much better than the lazy word. Ease and flow.
Ease and flow. So the romantics love the finer things in life, for sure. So they love things that are beautiful and
Comfy
high-end.
lounges, feather inserts, good
Exactly.
tea.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And just for things to work and for things
Yeah.
to have ease in their life. So as I mentioned, I'm a ruler, maverick, romantic. My husband is a ruler, maverick, celebrity. Yeah. So the reason why we're sharing these archetypes is for you to really know who you are, but also to have a look at people on your team and make sure they're in the right fit.
Absolutely.
And especially if you're working with your partner or you're working with a business partner or your life partner, you can get in trouble.
And one of the things that I love so much about what you do, Denise, is it helps me understand other people.
Yes.
So, for example, you know, if I'm working with someone who may be a celebrity or maybe even a romantic, what I'm interpreting as their behaviour in my team when I'm renovating is actually very different to what it is for them. You know,
Absolutely.
And so I think there's so much to be learnt from this. Denise, what is actually the URL people can go to? Because people are like, what am I?
I know,
I'm a maverick, I'm a ruler, what am I?
Yeah, so I'm certified in this method, which is, I want to give credit to Kendall Summerhawk, this is her work, but I'm certified in it, so you can take the quiz at my website at denisedt.com/quiz.
Perfect. So the reason that I'd love you all to jump over and do that is, one, find out where you are and try and look at not only the limitations that might be with that, but also the ways you can really dial that up and maximize your innate money personality in your renovation, and also about where you might need to position people around you with different money personalities to get your renovations on time, on budget, looking amazing for you to enjoy to live in or to sell on.
Absolutely. And you can use it even in your marketing. You know, if you think this house would be perfect for a celebrity personality type, you play that up in the finishings you use, in the language that you use when you're going to sell, everything.
Oh my gosh, transfers through all parts of life.
Oh, definitely. And it saves your marriage too if you work with your spouse, by the way.
It really could, couldn't it? All right, guys, jump over, find out your money personality. And actually, I'd love it if everyone commented below at the end of this show and let us know what money personalities you are, because it would be so intriguing. Yeah. Thanks so much again, Denise. I love having you on the show. Hey renovators, if you're ready to take the next step in your renovation journey, then come learn how to renovate with me in my online renovation masterclass. It's completely free for all of you listeners. So if you want to discover how to renovate properties for profit, head over to naomifindlay.com/renovation masterclass, where I'll show you how the 7 steps to my winning rapid renovation formula create a 6-figure income for me and many of my students. So save your spot today. Remember, it's naomifindlay.com/renovation masterclass. See you soon.